KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Isn't it crazy? I feel like this week is going by fast but slow at the same time with back to school is keeping it going.
Because almost every day someone's going back to school. So welcome back all the students going back to school this morning. I know SAISD is a big district, so hopefully everybody is out of the door already because it's 8:58. You should definitely be in school by now.
And hopefully they got those water bottles on handy today because it's going to be another toasty one.
It is. Those temperatures are going to soar again this afternoon. And I put those kids to bed early last night for the most part. I tried at least. I tried.
You started too as well, Justin?
Yes.
Happy back to school.
We started today. So yes, thank you very much. And we wish good luck to all the kiddos out there. It is going to be hot this afternoon. I'm looking at the radar this morning. We do notice a few showers between San Antonio and Houston. Not really in our viewing area, but I pointed out because we do have a little disturbance down across deep South Texas that could conceivably kick off a shower or two east of San Antonio a little bit later today. I think the odds of seeing rain are very low, probably 20% or less, more on the order of 10% probably. Here in San Antonio, we likely stay dry, but we are seeing some morning clouds. Those will hang around briefly, then we'll get full sun a little bit later today. That will push temperatures to near 100, but this is the important number here. It'll feel like 108 during peak heating. That's about where we were yesterday, and the heat index will be, I would say, anywhere between 105 and 108. For at least a few hours this afternoon. That's pretty miserable. So know that this heat's going to stick around for several more days. In fact, we may put together a string of days here that could maybe even rival last year where we went 23 days in a row, triple digits. Let's hope not. We'll talk more about that and the tropics too, which continue to get busy. That's coming up here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Let's look out there with TransGuide and see how those roads are looking. I-35, Loop 410 looking really good right now. And I'm looking at the TxDOT website. Oh, also Loop 410 at Old Pearsall Road, not too bad. Doesn't look like there's too much going on. However, we do have a report of a vehicle fire, and this is happening on a Loop 410 eastbound past Somerset Road. There is a note there that it is minor, but we do have some lanes blocked over there in that area. So just be aware again of the vehicle fire on Somerset Road. But these shots there on TransGuide look pretty good. Loop 410 at Perrin and Vital going smoothly.
New this morning, we now know the name of a man in his 60s found dead in his driveway on Sunday. San Antonio police says that Rogelio Valadez was working on a car in his driveway, and a witness found him with a gunshot wound to his torso and head at the 700 Britton Avenue. That's not far from I-35 on the southwest side of town. Police still do not have any information on the suspect's identity or motive of the shooting.
Well, for now, here's today's 9 at 9.
Just days after winning a bronze medal at the Olympics, WNBA star Derrica Hamby is suing her former team for discrimination. She claims the Las Vegas Aces traded her after she got pregnant. In a federal lawsuit, Hamby says that back in 2022, the Aces offered her housing and tuition for her daughter's private school if she resigned. But Hamby claims everything changed when she told them that she was pregnant. After that, she says that she lost those benefits, and she claims that she was bullied by the coaching staff. The WNBA says that it's reviewing the complaint.
Hundreds of firefighters continue to battle wildfires across Greece today. 3 hospitals in the Greek region of Attica have been put on heightened alert as wildfires continue to rage. Now, the wildfire is progressing with great momentum towards the capital, Athens. However, crews say efforts to contain the fire are slowing it down. Nearby Turkey also sending aid to Greece to help.
Fears of a potential Mideast regional war are having global consequences. The tension is increasing oil prices, with U.S. crude jumping 4.2% yesterday and Brent crude gaining nearly 3% the same day. Traders worry a war could stop the flow of oil through some of the Middle East's most vital trade routes.
Former President Donald Trump spoke at length with Elon Musk during an interview on X yesterday. The virtual chat got off to a rocky start, with technical issues delaying the conversation for more than 40 minutes. The former president jumping right into criticizing Vice President Kamala Harris on border security, mocking climate change, and discussing plans to shut down the education department. Kamala Harris criticized Trump for his appearance with Musk and for the lackluster quality of the live stream.
The FBI confirmed that the agency is investigating an apparent hacking incident the Trump campaign blamed on Iran. Over the weekend, former President Donald Trump posted to his social media platform that Microsoft told his campaign that it had been hacked. On Monday, National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said that the U.S. is taking any reports of hacking very, very seriously.
Preparations are underway for the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Workers have been putting up barriers and banners around the United Center ahead of next week's big event. Listed speakers at the convention include nominee Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, as well as President Biden and former President Barack Obama. The DNC kicks off next Monday, August 19th, and runs until the 22nd.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign has been dealt a major blow in New York. A judge on Monday ruled the independent presidential candidate's ballot access petition invalid. The lawsuit was filed by a group that argued that the residence Kennedy lists on his New York ballot nomination is not true, and that he actually resides in California. Throughout the trial, Kennedy maintained that he has been a permanent resident of New York since he was a child. This comes as Kennedy also faces ballot challenges in other states.
It looks like shoppers may be dealing the final blow to inflation. Economists say consumers are now cutting back on spending enough to help drive inflation down towards the Fed's preferred rate of 2%. A new survey by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York says Americans' outlook on their spending over the next year is at its lowest level since April of 2021.
Disney announced plans for an avalanche of new attractions and lands at its parks. A new land based on Disney villains will be built at its Magic Kingdom in Orlando. In Anaheim, the Avengers campus at Disneyland is going to double in size thanks to two new attractions. New Encanto and Indiana Jones attractions will also be built at Disneyland's Animal Kingdom. And a new Avatar land is coming to California Adventure in Disneyland. Disney is planning to spend $60 billion for its expansions at its parks and cruise line. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Well, more than 54,000 students are heading back to one of 88 schools in the San Antonio Independent School District.
Some of those schools are having trouble with their AC, according to the district. Our Devin Karp is live outside of Rogers College Prep Middle School, where he's been all morning. First day of school. Devin, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Now, I just finished watching 371 students make their way into the classes as that first bell rang at 8:35. But as it does, San Antonio ISD says they've announced a plan to make sure they can keep students cool. Now, Superintendent Jaime Aquino sent parents a letter outlining how SAISD schools will be kept cool for students. He says first, as we speak, custodians are now checking classroom temperatures before students arrive this morning. According to the state administrative code, they should be in range between 72 and 76 degrees in the summer. Now, we spoke with one parent who says they actually made some complaints to Roger and to the district last year about their daughter being hot in school, but he feels better after hearing about some changes.
I'm hoping everything's going to be fine. I heard that they had a lot of improvements for their HVAC system over the summer break, that they were actually working on it or whatnot, so hopefully everything should be fine.
We asked Rogers College Prep Middle about their plans to keep students cool this year. They referred us back to the district. But while we were here in the morning, we did watch staff come in early to make sure that the building was cool for all of the students coming in. Now, we also heard about all of the new facilities that are going to be here at Roger Middle. You can stay tuned for that coming up at 9:30. But for now, I'm Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Well, a 4-year-old child forced to stand on his tiptoes as punishment at a daycare.
His family recorded the boy's account of what took place and reported the facility to state investigators.
Oh, they make you put your feet like that? Yeah. They tell you to put your feet like that? Oh my goodness, that is not good, buddy.
The child, according to a June investigation by Texas Health and Human Services, had been removed from his classroom for a timeout and asked by an employee to stand still on a piece of tape on the floor. The punishment lasted anywhere from 4 to 30 minutes.
And they make you stand like that? Yeah. Do they make you stand like that for a long time?
And then like quiet. You entrust your kids into a daycare to take care of these child and know that they're going to do the proper type of discipline. And for them to fail at doing that is like that's the saddening part.
Well, Dylan Collier uncovered this story and joins us now live. And Dylan, how did this incident come to light?
Well, it started with the boy's parents noticing a change in his behavior at home. He himself then described what he was forced to do, and he also described at one point a second punishment in which he was forced to hold his arms up in the air for an unknown amount of time. I've heard it called the Army punishment, where you're kind of in a position where your arms are out. Obviously, punishments where it's meant to tax your body in one way or another.
You know, this was a very disturbing video to see for anybody, any parent or not. But I do know that you had the Health and Human Services. They've been investigating. What did they have to say about all this?
Well, they did cite the facility for 3 deficiencies in all, including prohibited punishments, caregivers not demonstrating competency, good judgment, or self-control. But the daycare center remains in operation. Other allegations against the business, which you will hear about tonight in the full story, have so far not resulted in documented violations against that facility.
All right, Dylan, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing this story. And again, a reminder, KSAT Investigates full investigation into the daycare airs tonight on the Night Beat.
All right now it's 9:09. We're looking at 82 degrees outside. Still ahead.
Could downtown horse carriages be a thing of the past? What San Antonians are saying about the plan to ban them next.
And watch out, parents. Chuck E. Cheese has announced it'll be offering a new membership program for regulars. We'll tell you all about it in our consumer news.
Welcome back. Time now is 9:12. Well, are the days of horse-drawn carriages in San Antonio numbered or a continuing tradition? City staff is expected to present plans next week for how the use of horse-drawn carriages downtown should change, if at all.
But first, the city has been asking for your opinion in a survey that is set to finish later today. However, a carriage company owner tells Garrett Berger that they have doubts about how it will be used.
In the 2.5 weeks since it went up online, the city of San Antonio says it's received more than 47,000 responses to its survey on horse-drawn carriages, which includes a question on what should happen next. A full ban and transition to electric carriages and pedicabs, moving the carriages to city parks with alternate hours, keeping them downtown and expanding to beyond with alternate hours, or keeping things as they are.
And it comes out as against us. I think they will say, yeah, this is what the public want. And I think if it's for us, I think they'll just ignore it.
And considering the hot button nature of the survey, she worries about its reach outside the city, pointing to a New York influencer's Facebook post as an example.
I've taken it several times. I'll be honest, I've taken it a lot of times. And if you go onto a certain incognito on Google, you can just keep taking it.
Why do it multiple times?
Everybody else is going to be doing that. And like I say, it's not a scientific survey.
Our security guard agreed to try it out for us. And like Garcia said, it was easy to bypass and submit multiple surveys.
I think that we'll ask those questions and make sure CNE can confirm what sort of numbers we have and what the opinions are that are coming from the surveys.
Phyllis Villagrán co-sponsored the original request to look at banning horse-drawn carriages. But she's since said she's open to some type of compromise that would keep them in place. The Southeast Side councilwoman says the survey will just be one tool.
So I know some want an answer and they want this to be the end-all be-all, but I'm going to argue that there's a lot more conversation to have regarding this issue.
It's not clear exactly how the city will account for multiple entries, but a spokeswoman confirmed they are tracking IP addresses and collector IDs. Staff will present the survey results at a committee meeting next week. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
So when the city initially announced they were asking for input about the carriages a few weeks back, we took it a step further and wanted to hear from you too.
So more than 1,900 viewers have voted, and this morning we got slightly a majority leaning toward that they think is yes, they should be in. So we got 51% saying yes, we should ban the horses, while 49% are saying no. So it's obviously a hot debated
still
topic.
Close.
Yeah,
still
it's
pretty
very close.
Yeah.
A lot of people are obviously thinking about the horses, and then you also got the ones that want to see that tradition continue in San Antonio. So get your votes in, keep them coming, because they're going to be looking at that really closely in the committee meetings.
Yeah, and thanks for your votes so far. Justin, what about the weather outside for the horses and for the humans?
Yes, very hot for all species going forward over the next week or so. And hey, you know, back to school can be tough. This made it a little bit tougher. This also made me laugh.
Oh, that's cute.
So my son's very first day of school ever, he was excited for his big day. He woke up to decorate himself with a permanent marker.
No!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. What? It's
he'll always remember it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Very memorable moment. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We all have our moments.
He had to put his makeup on,
yeah, exactly. Got to get ready for the day.
We've all been there, though. Parents
Yes.
have all been there. So
Yes.
we feel your pain. 100-degree days. We have 16 now. Yesterday we hit 100 yet again. And we are behind last year's pace, which was, borderline ridiculous. We had 47 by this point last year, but it does appear that we're going to put together a string of 100-degree days going forward. We have 100 in the forecast really all the way into next week. And no rain, and that's unfortunate because we did build up a surplus in July. We're at 19.48, but the average is 19.16. We're only about 0.3 of an inch above the average. I have a bad feeling we're going to fall below that average here pretty soon, the way things are looking. And our friends out in Del Rio really need some rain. They're at 2.3 for the year. That's it. They are 9 inches below average. Here, as we look at water vapor, you can see a little bit of a spin right there in deep South Texas. Sometimes this is enough to get some showers going, but this is a pretty weak low, and we've got that ridge in the upper levels kind of squashing everything. So while there could be a shower or storm or two on the coast today, again, I'm not too optimistic about anything making it up to the I-35 corridor. This is one of our computer models. By noontime, it does not show much at all. And by the afternoon, it does show a few showers along the coast, but they're just not making it further inland. Earlier this morning, the models were a little more optimistic about maybe a shower or two around Bevo or Hallettsville, but even that is now looking like maybe it just may not unfold that way. So unfortunately, it looks like we're back to the hot and dry weather. And as we look outside, the morning clouds are quickly eroding. 82 degrees at the airport, 82 New Braunfels, 84 Converse, some upper 70s for Bernie and Kerrville at this hour. And the heat index is already at 89. Humidity is going to be thick. That'll keep heat indices elevated throughout the day. So our forecast, noontime 93, 97 by 2 o'clock. We're up around 100. The feels like number, though, 107 potentially. And yeah, we put in a 10% chance of rain there around dinner time. But as I said, if we see anything, it'll be short-lived. 98, 6 o'clock, 95 at 7 p.m. And as we go out further here, high pressure, we've kind of got two ridges of high pressure, at least at the moment, but they're going to join forces and build an even stronger ridge, stronger heat high that is going to keep temperatures really above 100, I think, through the foreseeable future. So there are a lot of triple digits there in the extended forecast, and overnight lows stay near 80 all the way through into next week, unfortunately. And yeah, hot temperatures, that's going to be the bottom line going forward.
That's tough for pickup in the afternoon for the kiddos. Well, and the parents.
Yeah.
It is. You got to sit there with the AC on, and thankfully the buses have AC now, but
Yes.
it is. It's rough.
Yes.
It's rough.
Hang
and
in
hopefully the permanent marker comes off.
Oh,
Sweat it out.
Over time, right? Sweat it out. That's a good point.
All right, Justin, thank you. Time now is 9:19. We're looking at 82 degrees out there as we speak.
Well, could giving your kids an iPad at an early age be the cause of frequent tantrums? What the latest research is saying and more in your consumer news. Welcome back. It is 9:23. Well, in this morning's consumer headlines, realtors face changes when it comes to their pay. A new study links too much screen time to outbursts with the kiddos. And Chuck E. Cheese is starting a new membership program.
That's right. Digital journalist Ivan Herrera is here with more on those stories. Good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Daphne and Stephanie. Really excited to talk about Chuck E. Cheese. But first, let's get to home buyers. Listen up. Realtors are bracing for a shakeup on how they do business. Starting August 17th or this Saturday, new rules will overhaul how real estate agents get paid to help buy and sell homes. Now, the new rules are part of a $418 million settlement announced in March. Now, here's what you need to know about those changes. Home sellers typically paid 5 or 6% commission to realtors, but after Saturday, agents must discuss their compensation up front and must enter into a written agreement with a prospective prospective home buyer even before touring a property. Now, buyers will now be better informed that they are responsible for paying their real estate agent if a seller decides not to pay that costs. And parents, if you're either going to love this news or you're going to hate me for telling you, but Chuck E. Cheese is now launching a nationwide monthly membership program. Here's what you need to know about the plan. The basic membership is $7.99 per month and includes 40 games and a visit with 20% discount on food and drinks. Now, if you want even more fun, the chain is also offering a plan for $29.99 that includes 250 games and a 50% discount on food and drinks. Here's the kicker. You can only cancel the membership after the first year is completed, but if you're not ready to fully commit to a full year, Chuck E. Cheese is offering 2-month passes at a higher price. And while we're on the subject of getting out of the house, this next story might convince you to do just that. A new study published in the JAMA Pediatrics Journal says children who have used tablets at 3.5 years old are now more likely to show anger and frustration than others who didn't. Now, the findings are based on a survey of more than 300 parents of preschool kids. Researchers say early tablet use could lead to greater emotional problems later. CNN wellness expert Dr. Leanna Wen says while there are educational apps to help kids, quote, electronics should not be used as pacifiers, end quote. Guys, what do you think? Tablet or no tablet?
No tablet for me. I don't even have kids. I'm just like,
yeah.
Keep it out the
Stephanie,
hands.
tablet or no tablet for your kids?
We didn't do it.
No?
I mean, she's 10 now. She still doesn't have one.
Yeah.
So I was afraid of her getting used to it. And then also, tablets are expensive. I wanted her to get old enough to appreciate, and like if she really, asked for one and earned it like later in life, well, then that's also a lesson too. So I didn't just want to hand her one. But that's just me. Everybody has different circumstances.
Exactly.
But I did tell Ivan earlier what I did do, and I was already a mistake. This wasn't every time, but like for the grocery store, because she was little, and I had her in the car, and I wanted to keep her occupied. I gave her
pacifier.
I gave her my phone to play some like itsy bitsy spider game, and she was fine. It was just like, okay, when it's time to get it out of her hand, like in the parking lot,
it's time to go. It's time to let go.
I paid the price, but I didn't give it back in the car. I just let her, do her thing.
Yeah. Every parent has their own options. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Ivan. Well, the time now is 9:26, and we're at 82 degrees for now. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including, you ever wonder where those giant crayons downtown came from? Well, our SA Live team found out, and they'll introduce us to the artists behind them. But first.
Yeah, and then right here at Rogers College Prep Middle School, we've got a first look at new facilities for arts and athletics that the kids can use, all coming up next.
Welcome back. It's 9:30. Let's look out there with live cam. Dropping off my little one at school this morning, the temperatures weren't too bad, but it looks like we're already at 82 degrees now.
82 degrees, and it looks clear outside, Justin.
Hopefully recess has already occurred. There's two types of kids in this world when it comes to back to school. They're the ones that are nervous and scared and shy, and then they're the ones like, see you later.
Oh, wow.
That's this one. He's off. He said, sorry, Mom, I got things to do.
Oh,
he's off. I love that. Yes, so good luck to you and your trip back to school. Again, we got so many back to school photos, and we're going to try to share as many as we can. Your back to school forecast today, hot and basically rain-free. 100 is where we end up. Mostly sunny skies. And as we look across the country, it's not just us. Texas is underneath the influence of that heat high, and so are the surrounding states. So you got Dallas, El Paso, Mississippi, New Orleans, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, all in that 95 to 100 to 105 degree range. And it stays that way for a long period of time. We've got a pretty good stretch here of heat. Tropics, as we've said, are also heating up. We're going to look at what's going on with Ernesto coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. While happening around town, there is a push on social media to find people who are missing in San Antonio.
And one nonprofit has turned to artificial intelligence to find long-awaited answers. Search and Support San Antonio teamed up with an artificial intelligence engineer to create and post these 2 videos. They tell the stories of Pauline Diaz and Cecilia Huerta Gallegos. What happened to these 2 women is still unknown, though. Their stories are pieced together with photos, videos, and now voice recordings. Search and Support says that this isn't closure, but it's another form of communication.
And it's our hope one day the right pair of eyes sees it.
So how you can access these videos, they're online, but they're also QR codes on water bottles and posters across town.
Happening today, you have a chance to share your thoughts at the Bexar County Budget Town Hall meeting.
Yeah, as the city prepares for the final fiscal year's budget for 2024 and 2025, Judge Peter Sakai will join county commissioners to host 4 budget meetings to hear from you on what should be done on the new budget. You can join them at the first meeting tonight at 6 p.m. at Meals on Wheels. This is 2718 Danbury Street. You can find more information on the additional meetings on our website at KSAT.com. I was telling you guys earlier, it's back to school for my little girl. So this is Rooney, and she's going into 5th grade, and she was very excited to go back to school, and you know that makes me happy. But what I try to do is I try to I hide because I get nervous, even though I'm not going back to school. She's going back to school, but wishing her a good school year, and Justin's kiddos a good school year, and all the ones that went back to school today.
You wore some great earrings.
Oh yes, thank you. In honor of back to school, my crayon box right here.
I love it.
Well, speaking of that, as thousands of students in the San Antonio Independent School District head back to their classes today, our Devin Karp spent this morning learning about 371 of them.
That's how many students are attending Rogers College Prep Middle School this year. He's live with us right now outside the school with some changes the students can expect this year. Good morning, Devin.
Oh yeah, good morning, y'all. Now, when I watched all these students come in, I saw nothing but smiles and a few parents with maybe an extra cup of coffee or 2. But these kids seemed ready to go back to school, and finally, after a year of waiting, they'll be getting some new facilities they can use too. Now, the school principal was able to tell me that students have a newly remodeled athletic facility and fine arts facility on campus this year. That's going to include 2 new gyms for students to use, new lockers, and a new weight room. Now, students in the fine arts areas, they're going to have a new choir room, orchestra room, and band room to practice in, not to mention all the storage for their instruments there. The Roger band director says that this addition is going to be great for his students' success, while one student on the basketball team says this is a moment that's been a long time coming, and he can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, it feels amazing. It feels like more like, a basketball court, yeah.
Now, Darius also plays, get this, for the football, soccer, and track team here. Quite an athlete. He says kids on all of those teams have been waiting to use the new facility. And the principal tells me that because of all the work that's been done here, she's got a pretty strong feeling that their teams are going to win first in the district this year. And I got to say, I think I admire her confidence. Outside Rogers College Prep Middle School, I'm Devin Karp, KSAT 12.
Thank you, Devin. It looks like a good first day of school. Well, most of us know that nationwide there's a teacher shortage and an even deeper shortage of special education staff.
In our area, every school district is facing this problem. So our Patty Santos met with some educators who heard the plea for help and are showing up to teach.
I heard that there was a need for special ed teachers, and I've always had a heart for special education, so I'm back.
Elizabeth Bowling is a first-year teacher at Burleson School of Innovation and Education. She knows how important special ed teachers are because she's the parent of a special needs child.
Being in the education field for so long, you know where the needs are, and I always want to be the type of person that always wants to contribute and give the best of myself to my students and to the community.
Special education it's a passion area for me because these individuals, these students, whatever I've taught, have always given 110%.
Pavel Gruber has been in the Edgewood ISD special education program for some time, but the first days of school are always exciting.
Everyone feels a little nervousness, even the students, but I'm very excited.
Burleson is a school open for 18 to 22-year-olds in and outside the school district who need help learning pre-employment or life skills to be able to become more independent. At this district, the average teacher pay starts at $59,000 plus, with a $3,000 stipend for certified special education teachers. Bowling hopes retired educators hear and answer the call for help statewide.
We got to take that leap of faith and be able to embrace the challenge and work together as a team for our community.
And that was our Patty Santos reporting. Well, it is a popular topic regardless of how you feel about it. So city officials could soon present plans for the future of horse-drawn carriages in San Antonio.
But first, the city has been waiting to hear from you, and they have been hearing from you. By tomorrow, it should be done collecting your opinions in a survey. In the 2.5 weeks since it opened, the city says that it has received more than 47,000 responses to the horse carriage survey. The questionnaire asks what should happen next. City staff will present the survey results at a committee meeting next week.
Well, again, when the city initially announced they were asking for input about the carriages a few weeks back, we took it a step further and we wanted to hear from you. So here's your answers again.
1,900 viewers have voted in this morning. Again, you see the slightly majority of them are for banning the horse-drawn carriages. You got 51% say no. And actually, hold on.
It flipped from earlier.
It flipped on us all day long. It's been different. So, hey, as you can tell, that this has been a very hot debated topic, and hopefully we can make some sense of it as they get closer and closer to that committee meeting.
Yeah, they're very passionate on both sides of the issues, but thanks for your vote so far.
51% says no, 49% says yes. That was flipped earlier today, so that's how we got it.
Time now 9:38 and 82 degrees for now. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Coming up, if you have ever wondered where these giant crayons downtown came from, we've got answers for you. Our SA Live team found that out and why the artists put them up.
Welcome back. It's 9:42. Well, have you seen these giant crayons? They are located downtown. So they are actually under the highway at Brooklyn and Austin Street, and they've been catching people's attention.
So SA Live's Jen Tobias Trusky introduces us to the man behind the artwork.
This right here, I feel like this just inspires so many people.
Absolutely. You get what you seek to give.
I'm here now with Nicholas Monroe, the artist. Now, if you've driven by here, you may have seen these gorgeous crayons. This is the guy right here. So tell me about your inspiration.
Oh man, inspiration was just to set a big juicy goal and fill it out with some color.
Got it. Now, the spotlight's been shining here lately, especially this past week. I've seen more people are noticing what you did here. Well, how does that make you feel? Because you're bringing joy. Even the lady that just walked by earlier is like, hey, you add to my morning walk now.
Right.
How is that making you feel?
That's like I'm living in my vision. My vision was to create inspiration and joy, and to see that come to fruition with the community here it's great, heart-filled.
And let's talk about what you have on the crayons, like what they say and everything. What's the meaning behind that?
Words have power, right? Words are important, and so they are a pillar of the community, so to speak. So celebrate, power, inspire, imagine. Words that you can connect with driving by.
Yeah.
So fill up the day with something a little bit intentional.
Why this location?
Sometimes we get what we're given, and it was just a great place to add some color, and everybody deserves some color, regardless on what part of the city it's at. And there was an old man that came by the other day while we were painting, and he just kind of stood and looked at it for a while, and I was watching him, and I went out and I was like, hey, what are you thinking about over there? And he's like, I love this. He goes, it makes me feel young again.
Aww.
I'm always looking for another place to put some color up in the city.
Okay.
I love it here in San Antonio, and there's plenty of open canvases all over the place to potentially put up some color on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think there's a lot of blank canvases out there that you can utilize. How can somebody follow you and keep up with your work here in town?
So I have a Instagram page called Scribeworks, S-C-R-I-B-E Works, W-E-R-K-S. And that's a collaborative with another artist buddy of mine, Jonah LaMonica, and you can find that on Instagram. The crayons, I mean, making them so super big and bright, and so you can see them from, down the street. Willy Wonka-ish, right? It's that play on imagination, and it's just makes you feel good. So it's been very fulfilling, and it's been very inspiring over here on this end. Like, it's like what I set out to perform is like actually like really having a nice little effect on myself, and I'm very blessed for that.
Beautiful and inspiring, the messages on the crayons.
I was just going to say, I think the words are what stands out to me looking at that from the outside in. So that's a pretty cool deal right there.
Yeah, it'll brighten your day.
Too.
Yeah, for back to school.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, we were saying earlier that some people were sending pictures from this area.
They were. And yeah, it's good back to school photo op. So know that SA Live airs weekdays at 1 p.m. on KSAT 12. Scan the QR code for more arts, culture, food, and fun.
There you go. That QR code
that one right
there. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it's such a neat idea, and the different colors, and he just did a great job with it. So it's brightens up our city a little bit. We love that.
We love that. Walking around to take pictures of them, you're gonna have to stay cool in some form of fashion.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The heat has been the big story, and will be the big story going forward. We also know that yesterday was a big story out in Southern California, an earthquake. Perhaps if you have family or friends out there, they let you know about it. It was a 4.4, which isn't a huge earthquake. There was some minor damage, but it was right around the LA area, so a lot of people were kind of rattled by that. And some of the shows that were going on, I know some of the sports shows, they had video of them kind of reacting to that earthquake. It did shake things up a little bit. So that was yesterday at 2:20. You haven't heard of a lot of aftershocks, which is good. Now we take you out to the Atlantic, where we have a tropical storm. This is Ernesto. Right now, winds are at 45 miles per hour as it moves off to the north and west, but it will affect Puerto Rico here soon, probably as early as tomorrow, with winds of 60 miles per hour. Now, there's tropical storm warnings out for Puerto Rico, and there will be some gusty winds, some heavy rain, but it shouldn't be a huge issue. Puerto Rico has been through much worse. This does turn the corner and then becomes a hurricane probably by Thursday, and then curves back up towards Bermuda. Now, that is the one place that will definitely need to keep an eye out for this, because at that point, it could be a Category 2 hurricane. Again, this is going to stay away from the United States mainland, so we don't have to worry about it here, but we do know that things are getting a little more active out in the tropics. For us, not active at all because of that big blue H. That heat high is sitting over Texas, and it's keeping things really quiet here in the Lone Star State. Everything's going up and around it. So you see these storms rotating west to east here on the north side of it through parts of Kansas this morning. We just can't seem to get this thing out of the way, at least as of late. It wasn't there in July, but now it is sitting right over top of us, and it actually builds even more, believe it or not. It actually joins forces with another heat high. Everything kind of consolidates here. And that just grows in size and strength, and that will keep temperatures very toasty going forward. Outside right now, we're at 82. It's jumped up to 86 in Converse, 81 Bernie, 80 in Kerrville, but you'll see these numbers get into the upper 80s here very soon. And humidity is high, so it feels like 92 right now. It feels like 93 in Converse, 92 in Seguin. And these numbers are growing very quickly. And I think the heat index will be up above 105 in some cases this afternoon. So we have to be really careful when we're spending lots of time outside. The temperatures climb from here, as I said, with the heat high, not in a big way, but we're talking up to 101, perhaps 102 by the end of the weekend. Here it is all put together. A lot of numbers there, too many numbers. We are going to get through August, though, I promise, and we'll get to September, and hopefully at some point in September, we'll get a cold front, and that'll bring rain and bring cooler weather. That's what we have to focus on, because right now it's not too pretty.
Oh, those hundreds, man! I'm telling you, you're gonna get used to it, I guess.
I know. I mean, well, poor kiddos. I mean, you can't. There's no like pool class, you know, for most of the.
Awesome.
I know for most of the elementary kiddos.
No.
Yeah, I got to get to work. Well, hopefully, like in the AC, and just take an umbrella and drink lots of water when you're out there.
Headed out to our zoo cam right now. Got the flamingos out and about. They are taking a dip in the water as well. So, hey, they're taking advantage of the coolness that they can get their hands on.
Yeah, in the shade for the most part, but still a great day to go to the zoo if you haven't started school yet, because there are some people who are still waiting for that time.
It is 9:49 now. We got 82 degrees out there.
Well, after a terrorism scare shut down Taylor Swift concerts in Austria, learn how future Eras concerts in the UK will be beefing up their security. Welcome back. It's 9:53. Well, a suspected terror plot canceled a number of Taylor Swift concerts in Austria. And while the Swifties in Vienna made the most of it by celebrating in the streets, upcoming Swift concerts in London don't want a repeat of that situation.
So as T Swift gears up for her next performances in the UK, so are law enforcement stepping up their security measures. Just take a look.
This morning, London is beefing up security as Taylor Swift returns to the stage after an alleged terrorism plot forced her to cancel shows in Vienna.
London, welcome to the Eras Tour.
Swift will perform 5 shows at London's Wembley Stadium over the next week in front of more than 90,000 fans per night. In addition to local police, private security specializing in counterterrorism will reportedly be called in to keep fans safe.
There will be thousands of people involved in security. There will be uniformed security in law enforcement. There will be plainclothes security in law enforcement.
Last week, authorities in Vienna arrested 3 teens, accusing them of targeting a gathering area outside the stadium where Swift was set to perform. One seen wearing an ISIS flag and holding machetes, allegedly confessed to planning a suicide attack with knives or explosives. Now, for Swift's concerts in London, Wembley Stadium says no one is allowed to stand outside any entrance or on the Olympic steps at the front of the stadium. Non-ticket holders will be moved on. And moving forward, security experts believe protocols will be expanded outside stadium perimeters.
It definitely changes more. The opportunity to move the perimeter out and extend the perimeter, as well as deploy surveillance and other foot traffic security representatives.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
It is good that they're beefing up that security because, again, nowadays you never know, and it's unfortunate that people take advantage of big, huge crowds like that.
It's very, very scary, and so many people attending. Yeah.
All right, something else is scary whenever we see all those tips. Straight up 100. It's just like, we're burning.
Yeah, it's true. Now we're trying to, we're putting together a streak here. Last year we had 23 days in a row at 100 or above, stretching from late July through much of August.
So I remember that.
I hope we don't rival that this year, but we are going to put together a pretty good stretch here of 100 or maybe above. I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday could be pretty hot. As I was saying yesterday, don't be surprised if we get a couple 103s mixed in there somewhere. And we have humidity to boot, which makes it all that much worse. So you got the feels like numbers, 105 plus.
And only a 10% chance, tiny little chance.
Hey, yeah, today. And mostly it's going to be southeast of San Antonio, so not much. But yeah, for those kiddos headed to recess, stay in the shade. If you're playing on the playground, find a little bit of shade that's there. And of course, drink all that water that you take with you.
Amen. I know my little girl took a sweater, not from outside, obviously, because it gets cold inside.
See,
I'm
that's
like,
the problem.
yeah, I'm like, don't lose your sweater during recess, because I know you have to take it off.
Oh my goodness. Well, again, everybody stay cool out there. We will see you later for the news.